on today, and maybe what were some of the challenges that you experienced?
Yeah, it was a great front seven. They gave us some challenges, just a lack of execution on our part, especially from an offensive line standpoint. In games like these, you just need to learn from on film, and going into bye week, get our bodies rested up, and see what we can learn from this game.
I was just going to ask about the quarterback sneaks. Those are usually really effective for you. You tried it twice in a row and got about a half-inch short on the second one. What may have happened on that one that caused you guys to not convert?
Yeah, they did a good job. Anytime we're in a short yardage, we like to do QB sneaks, and I think they knew that. So, they stacked that A gap. Good credit to them getting off the ball hard and getting low. So they made it difficult for us on those first two jets, or the last two jets. So.
Obviously, you weren't matched up against them, but what challenges does Karlaftis present to an offensive line?
Yeah, all week, we knew he was a great player, and obviously you saw it today. He gave us some challenges. Credit to him, credit to coaches, credit to Purdue playing their butts off today. Like I said, we're going to learn from this. We haven't lost in a while, so it's a learning experience, and we're gonna learn a lot from this game, and
Do you prefer to have this after or before the bye, where you have a little more time to learn from it, or would you rather be able to go out there next Saturday?
That's a good question. I don't know. I prefer not to lose, but I guess it's fine. Going in a bye week, a lot to look from. We can work on, whether it be getting our bodies a rest and stuff like that. It's been a rough 7-game stretch just from a body standpoint, let our body regain and stuff like that. So I don't know. If we had a game next week, I think we'll be ready to go. If we have a game in 2 weeks, we'll still be ready to go.
How difficult was it emotionally coming into this game after what happened last week? You're human. To completely wash that out of your minds and just focus on this game.
Yeah, I thought we did a good job of, moving on from that game last week. But, anytime you have a big win, that's kind of your focus point, move on, because it's all about the next game. And, we're playing Big Ten football, so everyone that we face is going to be good. It just came down to, lack of execution. They were more ready than us. And, just got to move on from it.
You feel like you got a target on your back coming into something like this, number 2 in the country?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I don't even think any time, a team can get up for a highly ranked team, but also we're going to have to match that energy every week. And it's not going to be easy from here on out. So, I feel like there's always going to be a target on our back. So we're going to have to be expecting that, be ready for that. I'm excited. There's a lot of stuff that we're going to be able to learn from this tape, and I'm excited to see how we respond as a team.
You haven't lost in a really long time. What's the process here? And do you speak up as one of the leaders on this team of how to proceed?
Yeah, I think we can reflect back going 6-1 in a bye week. There's something to be happy about that. It sucks that we couldn't finish it off with a win today to make it 7-0, but when stuff like this happens, you can't freak out. There's a reason why we have 6 wins, the way we've been operating and stuff like that. Just look to each other, look to the teammates, and just be ourselves. And I know we'll do that. We got a great coaching staff that's going to coach us hard, continue to coach us hard, and we got a lot of great players on this team, and I'm excited to see how we respond.
Tyler, it seemed like you ran the ball a little bit more effectively in the first half than the second half. Was it something that Purdue did defensively in the second half, or was it more game situation type of things that kind of limited you there?
I'd say a lot of it, just the situation, us being down and stuff like that. I felt like we had some decent runs in there, but also, there's a lot of times where we started, 2nd and 14 just by, them making some big plays. It is what it is. I'm excited to see the film, excited to see, what we did wrong and learn from it.
Probably the most adversity that Spencer has seen in a while. How did you see him react as a leader? Yeah,
he's going to be fine. Whenever he goes out there and plays, he's going to play his balls off. And I'm excited to see how he's going to respond. I'm excited to see how the team's going to respond. Every time he goes out there, he's going to give it his all. And, sometimes things don't go your way. And, and it's a team sport. So there's 10 other guys around him that weren't doing their jobs. So.
Offensive line has been a work in progress throughout the year. When you look back on the first 7 games, how would you evaluate the strides that the unit has made from camp to now?
Yeah, I think even looking back on spring ball, the strides we made from spring ball to fall camp, and then, fall camp from first game, second game, third game, there's been some progress, but, tonight, obviously, things didn't go our way. We saw a very great opponent. They got after us, did some challenging things, and, we're going to learn from it, so.
You were able to raise a lot of money before this game. How did it feel to be able to raise all that?
Yeah, that's a good question. Our first goal was $15,000, and then we got there so fast. So just kind of puts things in perspective. It's bigger than a game. It's bigger. Things are bigger than football. As players, we love to go out there and compete, but there's a lot of other challenging things for individuals out there. So I'm just trying to do my part and help out with what I can.
Okay, thanks, Tyler.
Thanks, Tyler.
Okay, questions for Jack?
Mid-season form.
So Jack, defensive strategy details, what was the plan against David Bell today for you guys?
There were some things that we were trying to do, to obviously limit him. They obviously like getting him in to one-on-one situations. We tried to never really have him in a one-on-one situation. Unfortunately, he was able to get loose, even if there was some guys shading on him and stuff like that. And we were just trying to just learn from what's hurt us in the past and just trying to correct those things. And unfortunately, we just didn't execute as well as we would have liked.
What was their passing game like, and how is it maybe different than some of the other ones that you went against and were more successful against?
Yeah, they just do a good job of spreading the field and understanding where in our zone they can hurt us, and but at the end of the day, it really just comes down to our execution. They out-executed us. There wasn't a route out there that we weren't capable of covering. It just comes down to our execution, and that's on that comes back to the players, and that's a team-wide basis. We just didn't execute as well as we'd have liked today, and they out-executed us.
How tough was it to be without Riley in the secondary today?
Yeah, it obviously was tough. He's a veteran guy, experienced guy. But it just, like I said, it just comes down to that. There are the players that were out there. We didn't execute as well as we would have liked. Whether or not Riley was out there or not, they played well, and we just weren't able to, perform the way we wanted to do it.
So I guess following up on the Bell question, so you guys didn't want him to get into one-on-one, but it seemed like he did have some one-on-ones, or was I seeing things wrong there? It seemed like he had a lot of one-on-ones. He
was. Yeah, we were playing different types of. We were playing a lot of different coverages, cover 2, cover 3. When it was third down, then it was, we were in our man-to-man stuff. We tried to not have him be in a one-on-one situation. There was one unfortunate circumstance where he was, and he was able to get loose. But aside from that, it was just, we was cover 3, cover 2. They were just finding the soft spot in our zone, and we weren't able to execute.
How banged up was Matt out there and trying to just continue playing?
I'm not entirely sure what. I wasn't too involved in that discussion, but as I was told, his shoulder was bugging him, and how much that was bugging him is, like I said, I don't really know, but I know it would take extreme a lot to get Matt off the field. So I'm sure that he was struggling a little bit, and props to him for fighting through it.
What do you make of the first 7 weeks of the season now? I know it's fresh after the game here, but looking at this first block.
If somebody would have told us at the beginning of the season that after 7 we'd be 6-1, we would have been, upset. And obviously with this one coming as late as it did, there's a bad taste in our mouth. But just like last week, when everybody was praising us for how well we were playing last week, we can't listen to that, and we can't listen to what people are saying about us now. At the end of the day, like you said, we're 6-1. We're going to learn from this game, go into the bye week, fix the things that need to be fixed, and, the 5-game season starts from that point on.
Building off of that question, you say you have a bad taste in your mouth. How can you kind of channel that into good progress, bye week, and then the week leading up to Wisconsin?
Yeah, that's, like I said, there were so many things that we didn't properly execute today, but the positive side of that is that there's so much on the tape to improve on, and so we'll watch this tape, we'll understand what things we could have done better, and we'll correct those things so that and further on down the road, those things won't be hurting us as much.
Okay, thanks, Jack. And for him to do it the way what he was able to do.
Yeah, coming in, we knew he was a really good player, and he showed that tonight, and he obviously played really well, and he's just a really good player.
Defensively, obviously an uncharacteristic day. What are you taking into the bye week in terms of correcting mistakes and looking back on what could have went better in this game?
Yeah, just clean up the little things, make the plays that need to be made. I think we're going to look back on it and see that one play here or there would have changed the game dramatically. And we talk about it all the time. There's going to be 4 plays out there that change the game, and you just don't know when they're going to come up. But we got to be ready when they come.
Go ahead.
Was it difficult when Purdue was kind of cycling through those quarterbacks so quickly?
Coming in, we knew that they had 3 good quarterbacks and kind of what their tendencies were. But yeah, it just kind of changes up the call, and we just gotta be better in our fits, and we gotta be better in jamming receivers and getting in passing lanes.
I think you guys knew for a couple days that Riley wasn't going to be able to play today, but when you got out there on the field, was it more difficult than you would have thought?
We just talk about it all the time, next man up, and we're fully capable of it. Terry went in there fully capable, and we had the full trust in him, and whoever stepped in there, we knew that they were going to play their hardest, and that's all we can ask for.
What were they doing on some of those quarterback draw plays that kind of opened that up for them?
Yeah, just kind of when they emptied us out, and just 13 in there, is that what you're saying? Or 12? Yeah, they just kind of spread us out and try to get the box a little empty so they can lead up on someone, and yeah, that's kind of.
You guys feel like you need the bye week at this point? Does it feel like you're coming at a good time?
Yeah, I think any time we can regroup, refresh, and improve on us, we just got to focus on ourselves, and individually we just got to see what we can do better and push this thing forward and help out the team.
It seemed like Purdue was really good on 3rd down today. What was the challenge in getting off the field?
Yeah, I mean, they're all credit to them. They executed really well today, and they came out ready to roll. And like you said, we just got to get off on the field on 3rd downs. And there's obviously other plays out there that need to be made. Like I said earlier, we're going to look back and just see some of these plays that I think would have changed the game if we would have just got off the field, or even 1st and 2nd down, bleeding yardage, or deep balls and stuff like that. I know as linebackers we're going to look back and know that we could have got a better jam here, or help the back end out.
How were they able to control the tempo primarily through the passing game, because they couldn't run on you for the most part?
Yeah, like I said, all credit goes to them. They had really good receivers. Quarterback was throwing the ball really well, and they just kept rolling. But if we get off the field on 3rd downs, if we stuff them a little better on 1st and 2nd down, then they're going to be behind the sticks. And they were in 3rd manageables every time, and we just got to push them back and get them in uncomfortable down distances to make sure that they're doing stuff that they usually don't want to.
You've shut down a lot of great quarterbacks in the past. What was different about O'Connell?
Yeah, just great quarterback. He got the ball where it needed to be, and the other guys kind of came in there and gave him a spark as well, and they ran it a little bit. So all credit goes to him. He played really well.
Okay, thanks, Seth.
Thanks, guys.